Definitely
we
was.
legitimately, hold on.
Hold on. What are we holding
I
on to?
legitimately brought big guys. All my guys were big, fast, strong, athletic guys.
That is factual. I will give you that.
Nobody was I was the lightest guy at 237. All my guys weighed in. I was the lightest.
Yo, number 99 on FAA. He's about like what, 280 or something?
Yeah.
99, a guy with a red jersey on FAA. He was like 280. A really tallish dude. You don't remember the guy in the red jersey, all red?
I was trying to figure out who that was.
I can't remember names offhand. I'm not good at that.
What, isn't that the kicker guy?
He was the one guy who like was on there. He looked like a
What
solid
was the
280.
kicker guy that like did he play for? Yeah, no.
You're the one who covered this. I'm disappointed. You did great though. Thank you.
Yeah, he did good. It was pretty cool that the fields were close by. He can kind of flip back and forth.
That helps a lot in tournaments when like you have the fields like congruent next to each other. So you're able to do that back and forth kind of broadcasting. And we were able to make it work with the ticker on the bottom line. We can't really get rid of
The ticker. Yep, the ticker was nice.
I would have started that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until I was on the car heading down to Sunshine Bowl for that. What a great time it was this weekend. What a great weekend for football as a whole, everybody. Good evening tonight. Welcome to Blunt Talk. Two of us, Tony, sorry, Ross cut me off and distracted me. But anyway,
What I do?
I know. Yeesh. Anyway, joining me tonight, as always, is my co-host Ross Collins, and as well, we got two directors in Pennsylvania who run styles that are not on the national circuit, but have made a lot of noise in their own in the last couple of years. Mr. Demetri Thompson, who innovated XFFL 7-man, and Mr. John Urey, who's carried on the legacy of YAFFL York 8-man. But this weekend, we all met together for the most part over at York, Pennsylvania for YAFFL Just Win Bigs. Gentlemen, welcome to the show tonight. How are y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Doing great,
Good.
sir.
I'm good, Joey. And Demetri, appreciate you guys taking the time out of your night to talk about the recap for Big Man.
Of course, man. Of course. It was a great event, man. We're happy to be there. It was a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
I mean, it's always fun when you win.
You know, winning's always a good thing.
And that's the name of
Winning's always a good thing.
Hey, check that hoodie out Demetri's
that
got.
matters.
Does this
They
say
took
flag?
care of me
It
when I
says,
went out.
it says flag is life on the side? I didn't know that.
It does.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
cool.
went out there. My man, John, thank you very much. Appreciate the shirt, man. You guys took care of us out there. It was a great event. Nice facility, man. That big, I'm jealous. You got that big sign out there. That's a beautiful thing. I like that.
You like that?
That's
Yeah.
a beautiful little situation.
Look, that was that's an easy drop in the bucket, man. I think you guys could get that up there up north for your league.
Yeah, we could, but then our area of our town doesn't seem to always want to be as supportive as always. So it's something I would love to do, but we cross those bridges when we can.
You guys got the graphic guy. You got the definite the technology.
Oh yeah, getting it done.
You could.
That's easy. That's easy. It's always getting people to buy into the vision. So.
Well, I thought you guys were going to sleep there Sunday night after you guys won. Holy cow! Was that? I hope the food was good. Was the food good?
Yeah, amazing. The food, whatever the big sandwich with the two burgers and the French fries and the add bacon.
That was the 5-man big man burger.
Man, that thing was amazing. We all sat
Joey,
back there.
you missed out on that, Joey.
Oh, I know. I was disappointed when I heard about it later on.
Yeah, we all sat back after we had our victory meal. I had a little victory meal. It was nice. Like I said, it was a nice environment. We relaxed. Everybody came out. We drove out. Took me about 2.5 hours. Some people took about 3 hours. It wasn't that bad of a drive at all, but we got it done. Came out there. I thought.
Demetri, was that your first ever big man tournament that you played in or made a team for?
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first ever big man tournament. Well, the way, like I said, Facebook this week. I was telling people, I just wanted to put a team in to show some love for the area. You know, I always wanted to do something out there in York and bring some guys out there. York beat me. I mean, not York. Baez beat me when I played on Riot Squad in Ocean City. So I wanted to go out there and get a little bit of retribution if I could, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's different, not the same, but I wanted, and just see if we can build a little rivalry throughout the area. We're not too far apart from each other, And I reached out to my boy Mikey, and I was like, "Listen, I'm trying to put a team in." Like I said, I handed him the keys and said, "Get the guys, man," and he put it together. We all, we had other reasons to go out, but we made sure that we all came together to handle business.
Right. I mean, Joe, we out of the 8 teams we had, only 3 were from my league. And so I think we probably had 4 to 5 different leagues represented.
This was a wild card of a tournament in terms of the talent that was
I
there.
started thinking about that the other day.
Like when you looked around, like you consider like how Outlaws was for the most part a KFFL All-Star team. Well,
You just throwing that term around now.
KFFL C division, B division. No, they have some B caliber players. They got some good talent on there. They had the Outlaws in there, which was really cool. FAA had a good mix of guys from the 4 state as well as a couple guys brought up. Yeah.
Washington County.
Yeah, they came together.
Only good teams there that we've Misfits and Baez team. They were all right.
Yeah, Misfits, big move. They're bringing in Smyree. That was really
No disrespect to the other teams, but they were the only 2 teams that kind of Baez got that first win on us. They threw everything they had at us that first game.
Yeah, let's talk about that,
fun.
Demetri. Did you guys make any game plan adjustments from the first game to the second game?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, adjustments are always what's important in any game that you play. You can't just keep going against the grain thinking you're going to win.
I started thinking about that. That was smart.
Yeah, like that first game, they didn't score until we gave it to them on an interception, I believe, and then it was a safety. Can't really remember. I think they won like 8-0 that first game. I'm not even sure because I kind of just chalked it up because I knew that it wasn't going to happen the next game. And we pretty much knew we were going to see them in the championship. So you have to make.
What was the difference? Did you have a different quarterback? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, it's not what you're hearing; it's what you saw. It's what it was. We started with our first quarterback, Shot, excellent quarterback. Went out there, took us to where we needed to be, led us all the way down. Different teams have different defensive, different schemes, different things. And the good thing about Shah is that he can play offense and defense. Baez had a big, tall wide receiver, stocky dude. We need to put somebody physical on him and take him out the game. And that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Then, unfortunately, the other guy got hurt, big dude running back. Can't believe they tried to run up the middle. We got that one off because we couldn't believe it.
So they had a couple injuries. They had a couple injuries. I think their most valuable player messed up his Achilles after they played you guys in pool play, or maybe during that game in pool play, because he didn't play in any of the single elimination games. Tony Ballin, really, really good athlete. So he was down. And then obviously the guy on your team and the big guy that was at running back, like you're mentioning, Joey, these guys knocked heads in the chip. Yeah. And I swear to God, it sounded like 2 wooden bats hitting each other. That noise was something that it was alarming. And homeboy for Baez was just kind of like staggering. Like 10 seconds, bro. 10 seconds, like just like a zombie walking.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Sounds like it was more hitting than down at semi-pro over the weekend.
Listen, it got heated out there. The big boys weren't playing out there, man. You gave us a chance to go shine and catch passes and play corner and play linebacker and do things that we don't normally do, man. It opened up some eyes. People loved it, man. Our guys loved it. I mean, absolutely had a blast. Been talking about it ever since we came back.
We're going to definitely do that twice a year now through YAFFL for sure. I think it's something that now that it's hard to get the big guys out sometimes. They don't like to be front and center, but this doesn't really put them front and center, honestly,
Oh
because
no, we love it over
they're
here.
all big guys. Yeah, they're all big
Yeah,
guys.
we want to be front and center. That's what that's our whole thing that we do over here at the XFFL is like it's where the big boys play. It's cool for 5-man. It's cool. That's all we love. That we love all forms of flag football. Don't get it twisted. We love it all. But what I do is 9-man, and what we like you said, we started something with 7-man to where we added an extra lineman. And that lineman has to stay. That lineman blocks all day long. That's what he could change who it is or whatever it is. It could be the center. It could be whoever. But one guy's got to stay. So that still lets you bring. We call it like just think about playing 9-man and just bring half your roster. Instead of bringing 30, bring 15. You know what I mean? So.
How about that one play in the chip game? Baez was throwing the ball, and literally, I don't know if the guy was supposed to run a fade stop or a fade or whatever. Dude, Joey, the ball was on point so good it blasted him right in the back, face.
In the ear, right in the ear. Same dude. I mean, that was their number one guy. Yeah, that was their number one guy. We knew we saw that while we were watching. And Bill Belichick school of coaching.
Joey, drilled him right off his face. I mean, it was a dime.
Damn.
It's on the live. Russ said it, and off his face. And off his face.
He didn't even see his face at all.
No, he didn't.
He didn't see it coming. He was too busy working with Shad that whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ross, that's when you know it's a big man tournament. When you guys literally cracking skulls and then they're walking off the field, no phasing, getting the ball off the dome, no phasing. It was solid wrap, body up, flags being pulled. It was good, intense football, Joe. You would have loved it, man.
I know, trust me. I enjoyed with it last year watching as well on the lives this weekend. It made me sick not to be able to see it, man. Because I really wanted to be there. Can't have two Joey Blazes, unfortunately. I wish I could. I gotta work on that. We gotta work on cloning. I gotta get a second me out there for that.
I hear that. I know Demetri feels the same way when he runs events.
I got my team is strong, man. I got a bunch of guys around me that make it easy for me. They make me look good.
I agree. I'm building mine, and it is a very, very
it takes a village. Shout out Mark Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shout out Jamal. All my guys, yo. You know what I mean? Mark Brown. If you see me, you see Mark Brown. Like I said.
Well, I tell you what. Speaking of the weigh-in station and the scales, which was crazy. I didn't know I'd be going to running a flag football tournament and buying scales for people to step on. But one of my guys, my co-director Brandon Dietz, decided to step on the scale, and that didn't end well. We lost the scale real quick. Snapped it. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he did. Now listen, we had some guys that came in a little underweight, probably two that I know of, and they had to go drink some water. I found out real quick that a gallon of water is 8.3 pounds.
Wow.
So we had a guy that was underweight 4 pounds, and he got water in him and breakfast, and he came back and he hit it right on the nose. So that was crazy.
I was underweight when I went to bed that night. My wife made me cookies and made me eat cookies. I woke up in the morning. I was right where I needed to be. I'm dead serious. I wish I was joking. Right where I needed to be. And then just kept drinking water. I've wrestled since I was a kid, so I know how to gain and lose weight. So I was like, I'm just going to just not use the bathroom on this trip and just drink this whole canister and I'll be fine. I was right where I needed to be.
That's cool.
But the good thing is I ain't doing no running or anything like that too with these old ass knees. So you're good to go. Don't worry about it.
I want to know, Demetri. I didn't really see you playing chip. Did you get a burn in chip or no?
I played in the first half. I didn't play in the second half.
Okay.
It's good time. I'm chilling. It's time to win. I got nothing to prove. I'm good.
You're sending out the cash apps.
That's it. Life is good. You know what I mean? I've done my numbers. Like I tell people, I'm okay with my numbers on the field. Whatever I get now is residual.
I wasn't going to let that slide. I did hear that. You said everybody submit their cash apps to me, right? So I knew what that meant right away. Everybody was getting paid from their the payout, the check I gave you, which is pretty cool.
That's it, man. It's not about the money or nothing like that for me or nothing like that. What we do, like all those guys, for maybe besides two of them, I actually know, like
Yeah.
we hang out, we chill. They play in my league. They come to tournaments and hang out, and like I know those guys. It wasn't like I just put out a call to arms or anything like that. Like those are people who actually play ball either in the XFFL or have played in XFFL tournaments, Jersey, PA, or close associates that have been around us for or around people that we know for a while now. So it's not really about because $1,000 to break that down,
Right, right,
83
right,
bucks. You know what I
right.
mean? It's not gonna be big of a deal at like the money, the monetarily thing. It's we had a blast, and we would do it again in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Because you get to hang out with your guys and play. You don't get to do that very often. You don't get to be with the big guys that you're in the trenches with every Sunday, getting beat up on. And like I played tight end in high school. I played tight end in college and stuff like that. So I don't get to do that anymore now because my knees are destroyed. I just can't do it. I can't run the way I would like to run, and I'm not going to be out there looking crazy. But I always tell people the hands never disappointed me. You know what I mean? But getting to go out there and relive those moments and have fun and run around, I appreciate that. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Joey, what do you think, man? Maybe we squeeze this in another one here in the fall or something, late fall.
Gotta see what's going on in the calendar. I know it's gonna be busy. Flag football just growing at a rapid rate. We talked about it with Chris Boone last night, the expansion of the sport and how
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. And you're seeing a lot of crossover now. A lot of crossover that years ago was not imaginable in the styles.
Yeah. So I just want to say, you know, I looked at my phone with all the pictures recently with the events we had, and you know, here in this big man tournament, we had, like I said, like 5 different leagues represented, maybe possibly three different states, maybe more. I don't know. But looking at the last couple of events we've had, we just had a winner from this big man XFFL. You're talking a 7-man, like you mentioned, Joey, a 7-man team or area. And then with our 8-man league play, Baez Auto won the not the league play, but the Just Win tournament. They won the comp division.
So can I make a proposal?
Okay, hold on. And then in our rec division in the Just Win tournament 2 weeks ago, that was the Black Ops, which is primarily was a 9-man team in a completely different area, right? So we got 3 different areas that represented in the last 2 weeks here, which and then also, like you said, different formats of football, with flag football.
And you know, like you think about it, the talent on display in that facility in York the last 2 weeks has been off the charts. You have guys who played back in the 80s who were playing and Just Win a few weeks ago in that 8s tournament. You had guys from XFFL. We got 4-state guys. We got OMFFL, MAFFL. And of course, like, you know, it's only going to become bigger and bigger throughout every tournament, wherever it goes, because of the fact that flag football as a whole is united in the sense of we want to play the sport of flag football some way or another and get that competition and get that bump no matter where it is. And, you know, I feel like in the day and age we're in where there is a mainstream 7-man with AFFL and there's a mainstream 8-man of FFWCT, there is a place for 7-man XFFL and 8-man YAFFL because both styles are unique on their own, they're innovative on their own, and a lot of talent comes out to these tournaments on both ends to represent. And I am proud of the growth of this sport of flag football in Pennsylvania over the last decade or so. It's truly taken off in a big way. YFFL has reached all kinds of heights in the last few years. You got a lot of people out of town coming in and playing in these tournaments. Urey, you saw yourself at Just Win 8s. You had representation from even 8-man FFWCT teams, like Future of the Retro came up.
Well, even our number one referee crew that ref the comp division, they chose to come to York instead of going down to FFWCT Charlotte, which, you know, was a major tournament. They had 200 some teams down in Charlotte, which, you know, that's just, I mean, again, just blessed to have refs, you got to have solid refs to run a tournament. And I mean, Demetri, honestly, the refs we used last weekend, we had a couple that were our league refs, and then we had a couple of new refs that I just gave a nod to, just because this was a kind of like a laid back thing, I thought. So
sorry, no laid back. Sorry.
Huh? What's that?
No laid back.
I know. I mean, I looked at it like that. I know the big guys didn't look at it like that, but at the end of the day, it was a chance for us to give some new refs their first experience and in a tournament, and whatever. I was out there basically looking at how they did and critiquing them for our league play.
Well, like I said, the one thing I will always say about refs is every single ref is garbage. They're all bad, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but everyone thinks that refs are bad. They're all bad. So let's just say that they're bad, right? Like the ref can be the perfect ref, but he misses the one flag guard that could possibly be a flag guard, and he's trash. So let's just say that they're bad. Let's just automatically say that all refs are bad. With that being said, score more points and never have a problem. I say it to my league guys. Yeah. I say it to everybody. If I've been in that situation, we've watched every major league sport on national television with these refs who get trained and paid and blow calls. We just watched the NBA finals, and I cannot believe how many fouls and all these things that are just natural parts of playing sports. So we're not going to ask the guy who's coming out there, to do a favor, to make a couple bucks on a Sunday or a Saturday, to sit there and be the utmost greatest ref ever. I ask you to do the best you can, obviously, because you have pride in your job. But it is what it is. The way you alleviate that, score points. The more points you score, all the other crap doesn't matter. Now, with that being said, little couple things here and there, but that it happens with every ref, every game, every area. It could have, things it is what it is. It wasn't no damn hands to the face, I'll tell you that much. That's the only one you got destroyed. And that's it. It happens to every football player.
He did get destroyed. I always saw your guy dapped him up afterwards, and I was like, maybe he.
Because the thing about the big men is that we're accustomed with the hands to the face and getting hands to the throats and getting slapped around in the trenches and saying, "My bad, bro. Sorry about that." Oh, it happens. That's what happens.
Joey, he's talking about Marcial. Marcial got, I think, Little Dippy, whatever you guys want to call him. He got jacked up.
Thank you. I just want to make sure you correct that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hands to the face.
I just want to make sure.
I think it looked so bad. The ref was like, "I gotta call that," but really, at the end of the day, that happens every play. Just like holding happens every play.
There's only one Big Dippy. Okay, that's it. I know it might be backwards. I didn't do it correct. Whatever. But there's only one Big Dippy. That's it. Only one. It's called Mike Bryant. Big Dippy. That's it. There's no other. That's it. Take it off the shirt. We came, we took it. It's ours. We made sure that it was trademark. I put this trademark after everything. Stop. That's ours now. Mikey, that's yours. That's you.
That reminds me, Joey, you should have saw this one guy they had playing. He could have played shirts or skins because he had the number 34 tattooed on his back, like the same size as his jersey.
Yep. Shout out my boy Chill.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's a dog. Shout out all my guys. Shout out to my man Wook stepping up, doing his thing. Shout out to G Bell, Isaac, Jose, everybody who came out that day, man. All my guys, appreciate you guys. Big Juice, appreciate you.
Joey, their whole team was tatted up, man. I'm telling you, I think
Demetri's
the only one I didn't see a tattoo off on their whole roster.
Oh no, my whole back is covered too. So.
Hell yeah.
That's funny. I want to hear more from Ross. What did Ross think about the event? What can he get a little bit closer? Or what's the status on Ross's thoughts?
What are your thoughts, Ross?
I should have told you something.
Like to the camera?
Yeah, I guess I can't hear you.
It was good. I had a good time. I really wish I was actually playing this stuff.
Yeah.
If I was playing whatever team I was on would have won.
I don't know, Ross. I I'm telling you, those boys were strong for XFL. They XFFL. They had some muscle on them. Same with Baez and Misfits. Like, you're right, Demetri. Not only do you have to have the size, but you better have some muscles behind you too.
I just also want to make sure it's known and let it be put out there. I didn't bring any tweeners. Like I said, it was just me. I was the small one on my team. All my guys, 380s, 360s, all
it was
I'm sorry, 260s, 280s, 300. I had Devontae Ford out there catching screens. Shout out my big dog Devontae, showed up, flew all the way in to play in the tournament, got his touchdown. Big dude who just ran through everybody.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Y'all cash at me. Cash at me. You know what I'm saying? And just went home. just for the love of it. Yeah.
So where'd he fly in from?
Florida.
That's cool.
Florida. Dang, came all the way to Florida to play a 5-man. Can I put quotations around big man? 235 is not big.
I don't know.
Can I say that? That's my only.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think the market is at 250.
I do understand that aspect. It is a pain in the ass to get that many true big guys on one squad.
And by the time the second or third game, they're not moving, bro.
Right.
Trust me. There's only but so many really athletic 250-pound flag football players.
Right.
The 250-pound athletic guys, they're playing college or something like serious. They're super athletic.
So,
you know what I mean?
My thoughts on that is, as soon as our team numbers go up, we start maxing out the event, then that number can go up.
Yeah. Let the event grow.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, you got to have an event before you can do anything.
Yeah, that's fact.
With my own eyes, you know what I mean? Like I said, there was only a couple dudes.
There was.
Like Demetri had the one wide receiver safety dude. He was a little small, but he was still pretty big. Like he just looked small. You know what I mean? But I can imagine he was at least 240, somewhere around there.
It comes down to height. How tall are you, Demetri?
Right.
16 and change. That's the thing. I'm a little tall, so it's like I said, I came in at 237. I went, like I said, I'm usually 240 easily, but it's been a hot summer. I come home every day and I work in the house and I'm losing some weight. I guess I'm still fat, so it is what it is. But 230, 235. I think I like that number as well. That's a good number. You have guys who can still play at 237. 237, you're not really running around. I got a couple other guys, but you could. It all depends on how you build that team, though, because you can get 240.
Here's another question: What was your thoughts on the field size? We kind of went a little bit different than a standard national 5-man.
I did take note of that too. It has
as once you exactly. That's
I didn't hear what he said.
No,
it has its pluses and
minuses. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now the advantage of it is that we're fat, so I can get 3 first downs and still keep my time moving around. That was, and we were talking about it as a team. Like, why are we going for all the home? Why are we doing this? Like, let's just literally matriculate the ball down the field a little bit. Let's get these curls. Let's get these plans. Get these first downs, so that we're still on the field, but yet not really running routes for no reason, being 280 pounds. You know what I mean? Right. So I totally understand how you did it. I like it. I think it's perfect. I think that's now the problem is that getting those first downs like that, you get down to the red zone. Now it's offense versus defense. Like, what are you gonna do? Right. Because for the most part, you can run a slant, come back at that first down straight, and then also it being the ball gives you the advantage of. You know what I mean?
So I think I'm going to adjust the punt rule. Obviously, you want to tweak that a little bit. I'll look at that for the next tournament. But I
always go
like
hips, man.
What?
People don't like it. People don't like it sometimes, but I always go hips. All of our tournaments, all of our league play, it is hips. We play flag football. We're not going in football. You go for the football. The football is what's live. So therefore, the football crosses the plane. It should be a touchdown. But we play flag football. The objective is the flag, is to stop the flag. So we always play hips. So there's no question about it. The hips cross.
Yeah, I was cracking up. I think that was in the chip game where your quarterback or somebody just dropped the ball right at the goal line.
He was doing that all day.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, he did
that looked like something I would do back when I was playing.
Yeah, he did that all day.
Yeah, he said he got it from one of his old heads himself. He used to do it back in the day or something like that.
I used to do that dumb shit.
Yeah, he just was like, listen, this is easy, score, done with this.
I was getting ready to say that. I know he scored a bunch because I watched him do that all day.
Yeah, yo, as I said, that's why he was the MVP, man. My man Wood, Isaiah Gross.
He was
balling.
balling.
I mean, like the one thing, and this is crazy about it. He'll be the first one to tell you, like, he's never played on one of my teams, but he's played in our league for years now. He's played in one of our first events that we've ever done, and he's always been like an enemy, like never disrespectful, like I hate you as a person, but I just want to beat you at football. And every season in the offseason, I'm like, if you don't want to play with you can play for me. Right? Come play on my team. Like, I don't hate you. I just want
Did he play defense at all throughout the day?
Yeah, he played safety too. Got a couple interceptions. He played both ways. Hence the reason why he got that MVP.
Yeah.
Stepped up. He was playing wide receiver. Then stepped up and played his natural position. Normally,
he was balling out.
He's an A7 champion, man.
I could tell he brought a different intensity. He was not there to play around. He was there to win.
Oh yeah. Like I said, we came out there with all intentions of winning the whole thing. It was never even a doubt in our heads that we thought we were going to win it. Once we knew what we had to, who the guys we had to play with, and we knew what positions they all could play. Shout out to my man Shad. Shad has a cannon. Shad darts people up, and he gives us a different dynamic to where Will didn't have to do too much. You know what I mean?
That was one of the harder things for, I think, a lot of teams to figure out who's playing where. This has never happened before.
Exactly. So what we did was we kind of worked it out in pool play, and nobody over here on our team. And this is kind of like the mantra of our leagues and kind of how we play. It only matters is winning. You could talk crazy if you want, but I'm the winner. You know what I mean? Like you can say this, that, and the third. Shad said, "Go ahead. You're the 5-man quarterback, bro. Go do this, yo. I got us here. We good. I'm straight. Leaders lead. That's what he does. Shad's the leader. We got all grown men over here. We wanted to win the tournament, not win who's going to be the quarterback. We can do that back home. Right. We're going to win this tournament today, right now. And Will is a 5-man quarterback. And that's what he does. I'm not even going to limit him. He's not a 5-man quarterback. He's a 9-man quarterback. He's won a 9-man championship in the XFFL. You know what I mean? He's won numerous championships. He's won an A7 championship. You know what I mean? Like, he's a baller. And sometimes you just got to go ahead and let the ballers do what ballers do. He got the ball, started rushing. Dudes weren't ready for him to start running from out the backfield the way he was running. And he's like Jerome Bettis out the backfield, man. You don't want to step in front of him either. You know what I mean? You really don't. So and he's not slow. He's not slow. He's been getting in shape. Shout out to running them mountains and running those hills. He's been getting in shape. We knew who we were bringing out there, like you said. Like the one thing about the XFL and all our guys, we've been playing flag for a while now. I heard one of the guys, the quarterback from who had the orange, it was the old orange dude. He was like, from the Misfits. He was like, don't teach these dudes the game. These motherfuckers been playing the game since they was 8 years old. They know the game.
That was smart read.
Yeah, he was like, he was like, why would y'all help them? They don't need no damn help. You think those guys need help? Look at them.
That shit was funny. I remember him doing that too. That shit was funny. He was like, don't do that.
He was like, don't do that. What makes you think that they need help? You gonna teach them the game? You over here going because we went offside. We literally got a penalty on purpose to get them back on the first down to move them back. And they were like, the guy on the other team was like, why would they do? Oh. He's like, yeah.
Right, that's like the oldest trick in the book, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's old, bro. That's old. Stop it.
I'll tell you who else was pretty funny to listen to throughout the day was the FAA quarterback. He was wearing all orange, I believe.
Big Tay.
Oh yeah.
Big Tay.
He was pretty funny.
Big Tay Barry.
I don't run from no wreck. I ain't running from no wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, he always talks this shit. Yeah, that's Big Tay.
Yeah, he was
Nah,
funny.
but like no disrespect to all those other teams that came out too. Like they had ballers, they had guys. I think some guys just didn't expect them to come out and to the caliber of players that we were gonna come up with, I guess. But you know, we don't play no shorts up here. Sorry.
Well, the two teams that stood out as far as that's concerned was well, first of all, Outlaws had plenty of players. They just I don't think they were athletic enough to run. And then the Big Show, who was athletic enough, only had I think they got down to like 6 or 5 people by the end of the day.
I think they were down to 5 by their last. They might have had 6.
That just
And
sounds
then
They had 6. They did have 6.
That
They
just
had
sounds
6.
like a team where they committed to it and the guy just all dipped out last second for whatever reason. Which is a shame to see. That happens in a lot of tournaments.
You know who it was? It was a lot of this 8-man Spartans.
Was it the 8-man Spartans?
Yeah.
They're starting to get around a lot more.
Yes, they are.
There must be that.
I was wondering if you watched any of that.
I did see a Spartans jersey. I recognize that jersey from Marcial. Yeah.
And see, that's the key thing here, Joey, with having Ross and Joey, you guys get around a lot. Demetri, same, it's cool to see and hear you guys know all the people that are there and obviously with the local guys that we had out show out. So this is cool to hear, who people are and what they're doing. And, I really loved the event. It was great. I'm looking forward to doing it again. I would rather watch big guys in space make plays and athletic moves.
That's what I was going to say about
more than a regular football tournament.
Yeah,
listen, there wasn't a lot of drops going on. There wasn't like a whole bunch of unathletic bullshit going on. I mean, like it was the dudes were out there balling. Shout out to all the dudes. I saw a lot of athletic catches over the tops and toe drags, all of it.
It was balling out. He
was balling out.
I forget what game
until Shaw put the clamps on him, and then Shaw put the clamps on him, and then that was the end of that. That was the end of that.
B-City game looked off the charts. Yeah. That game looked insane.
I think that was the game where Jace had that great catch, right?
That game was awesome to watch. That was one of the games that stopped me the most on Sunday was that Misfits Obese City game. That was a legit battle. Like that was pretty epic. But this was awesome. I can't wait to get back.
Hey, did you guys see the coaches for these teams dressed up and Howard had the headset on?
He actually had a headset on. Oh Lord.
Yes, he did.
And then the Baez guy had I'm like yelling, probably wake my wife up. The clipboard or whatever, and the polo shorts and the polo shirt, whatever. I was cracking up.
XFFL definitely noticed that.
Oh yeah, we lit his ass up. Sorry, I apologize. I don't apologize. I'm sorry. I don't apologize.
Look, I was over there. He was a good sport about it. The one guy said, "What did he say?" It looked like a Staples commercial, and he was like, "I don't know if that's a good commercial." That shit was funny, man. The shit talk was great because it never got out of hand and like anything like that. People were talking their shit, but they kept it respectful and just played ball.
It's never the big men.
Yep,
it's always the diva wide receivers. It's the running backs. Because you've been getting hit. You're not accustomed to being hit too hard. You said something about my uncle from last week. Shut up. Get up. It'll be okay. You know what I mean? This is what I appreciate the big man tournament. You take the divas out of it, let the big dogs eat, and it's going to always be a good time. You're never going to have no issues. You bring in the 110-pound 20 guy, you hit him too hard, now he has to prove that he's tough. You know what I mean?
And we got $1,000 to the winner, which it could have been more if we had more teams. I'm fine with that. We had the gift card to the which we give out gift cards all the time in our league, but the gift card to the MVP, and then the cake. We had the lady there with the food stand. I was like, look, bring a cake because I'm gonna give it to the winning team at the end. They're big fellows, and you obviously had a guy that wanted that off the rip. He was like, no, that's me right there. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed the cake. And
goes to Mikey. That's Mikey. Mikey put it together. Mikey gets the cake.
That was funny. Hey, look, I'm looking for some of your pictures or whatever. You had a videographer or cameraman out there. He had like 2 or 3 cameras strapped to his body. So I'm looking for some of that work.
Oh, it's already up. We don't play games. Shout out to
Okay.
Aaron Ackerman. Yeah.
Yo,
Aaron
Ackerman is like legit right now. He's on a
That's
whole
my
other
guy.
level this year. Like he
Yep.
is like
Stepping it up.
doing great
Stepping
work.
it up. We
Top
have a
of
lot of like
Nationals. Great kid.
yeah. He was part of our whole team that went to nationals. Shout out to XFFL Productions as always. But Aaron, with all business, his personal business that he's running, he's been stepping it up. He's been stepping it up like crazy, and that's what we like to see. That's what we like to make sure that we do. Aaron,
Ross, that's
I
not going to
remember
be
when
on
Aaron
unless
first
if you
started.
talk. Ross, you got to talk to show that.
Talk, Ross. Talk, Ross. Say something.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, you know what it is. No, that's always the thing. That's what we do. You know what I mean? But no, Aaron,
Hey.
there it is. You see all the logos.
Yeah. I told him he was talking wrong. I don't do this Zoom shit, man.
You good? You're good.
My place when I retire.
But no, Aaron Ackerman, man. If any teams ever want, any kind of like videography, pictures, stuff like that. By the way, like I said, if you just look at All Business Productions or type in Aaron Ackerman, just the way it sounds, Aaron 2 A's Ackerman AC.
Where's he out of, Demetri? How far would it take him to get to York?
Right over here in Allentown.
Okay.
Over here in Allentown area. Wind Gap. I'm sorry, he's not in Allentown. He's like closer to the Poconos area.
Okay, yeah. So he got 3 hour. Do me a favor. I asked him to join and share his stuff. If he can get on YAFFL and share what he did this past weekend for the big man. Even if if it was just for your team.
I'll share it I'll make sure it shares over as soon as I'm done with this. I'll put it right on the page for you guys.
That way some of the guys that are local can see that too. That's awesome.
No, we actually have some pictures from all of the other games as well. It's not a lot, but he did take some pictures of local guys too.
Appreciate it.
What I missed?
Also, we do have guys. Just so you know, we do have guys from your league that drive on Sundays to the XFFL all the way down from York. It's crazy. I didn't know that until this season.
Who's that?
Poncho Drive.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Poncho's played in the league for 2.5 years now. His boy, I think it's Devin, the dude who had a messed up leg.
Yeah, Devin. Yeah.
Yeah, they come. A lot of the Wolfpack teams, they all come. They come and play. They played on Bad Boys this year, and they played on Wolfpack the year before. So yeah,
that's cool.
It ain't that bad of a drive.
Do you guys have a attendance? Do you have to play a certain amount of games to make it?
3 games to make 3 games to make playoffs. 3 games.
Okay.
Out of a 10 game season.
Give me another beer
now. Marshall, what's up, Marshall? Did you get hands to the face or no? What was the call there?
No.
I was tired as hell. I was like 5 games in, man. You could tell I just rolled the fuck over. I was fucking tired. Jared's a fucking big ass dude, man.
I can't do that. He was dead.
I was dead, man. Because you can literally see that I'm laying there on the ground. I'm tired. I'm fucking dead.
So you flopped. You basically flopped.
Yeah.
Hey,
I pretty much pulled a LeBron James.
What's your body feeling like on what is this? I don't even know what the hell it's Tuesday. I don't even know.
I kid you not. As soon as I got home on Sunday, I got out of my car and I cramped up so bad. I could not feel my body.
Yep. Same thing, brother. I had 5 minutes from the house. I had to have Mark pull over. I said, stop the car. Stop the truck. Let me out.
I was done.
I'm sweating.
I jumped in the shower. I was trying to warm up my body to try to like unloosen up my muscles, and icy hot and ibuprofen saved my life, man. I'll tell you that right now.
I knew some of you guys were going to be hurting because it's different. You're running 20-yard sprints and then come back. Another 20-yard sprint, come back. Another 20-yard sprint. Yeah, it's different.
I give it to the skill guys, man. It's tough. And I had a blast, man. That tournament was fun, and I look forward to the next one. Hopefully, Demetrius gets a big man tournament over here, and Baez will definitely show up for that one. So,
definitely, bro. We're definitely gonna do something. Mikey's dead set on getting it done. And whenever my guys want to do something positive and do something cool, we'll definitely get something done in our areas for
Oh yeah,
our
man.
guys.
That was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
It was definitely 100% a great time. So like I said,
Demetri, tell Mikey I'm stamping the rules, bro. You got to keep the rules just kind of like the playing field the same size. I like this field size.
Oh no, we're gonna make this a thing. Like I said, if the more you know me, the more you talk to me, the more you understand. I'm all about being stronger together. You know, we want to do.
I like that one. Stronger together, Marcial. You hear that? Stronger together. That's a little bit different than my better together statement.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, that's I've been using that one for years now.
You know what I want to say? I want to see a
What
best of between XFFL's best and York's best. And
Say that again.
I want to see your best and his best when your leagues face off in a 7-man, 8-man, 9-man, and 5-man competition.
Oh, y'all don't. 9-man.
I want a league war matchup. That's what I want to see next. I want your best and his best.
We don't play 8-man, so you might get that one, but we'll figure it out. But I don't.
They don't play 7-man down there. Y'all can adapt. Give it a shot. See who's the best of the best.
No, we'll play it. We'll definitely play
I want to see it.
We'll definitely play it. No matter what style it is, we'll play it. We'll definitely give it a shot. I just never
want to see it.
Man game a day in my life. I've watched it.
I gotta give a shout out to my guys though, for real. Like for us to just throw Baez and 5-man, for the big man tournament and to make it to the chip, I'm really proud of these guys. We were going 0-2 from Joey, but and we ended up making up to the chip and facing a great competition. Those guys are great.
I picked FAA, did I?
They definitely call you out for that.
Yeah, I was trying to back my guy Moats.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't covering the event, so I had a slight bias going in.
It wasn't even Baez, honestly, Marcial. It wasn't even Baez. I'm going to say you probably had, 3 Baez guys on the roster.
PBT was PBT when we won 5.
Hold up. Time out. I need a timeout. Was it a Baez jersey and a Baez team name?
Yeah.
So that's a Baez team. Because if it was an XFFL team.
Agreed. Yeah.
And with the XFFL on it, it would be the XFFL loss.
Hey, Eddie made a good point. I mean, you recruit.
No, he's right.
Your team, right. And that's what I did. I recruited. I had a couple of Baez guys, and then I just added on to those guys, and that's what you do. You recruit your team to come out and play physical, play hard, and make it to the chip and try to win a chip, and that's what we did. Unfortunately, we didn't win the chip. But hey, we still made it there.
Bro, it's all good.
I would be willing to.
Hold on, only one big dippy.
Where is he?
Yo, where is he? Where's he tonight? Send him that link,
Demetri. Listen.
Yo, send him the link, yo. Send him a link on Messenger.
Yo, the funny thing about that though is I didn't talk no trash the whole game. I'm sitting there on the side. Mikey looks at me. He goes,
"It wasn't about you."
He goes, "No, your boy wants to beat me." I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I'm just sitting here. I'm hurting.
All right, so Joey, here's the issue. We got 3 guys in here with YFFL shirts on, and you are the 4th guy. You don't have a YFL shirt on.
Well, you see, I only have one shirt, and I need it for the logo in the background to represent YFL. Like the XFFL shirt up there, Team Bloodsuck up there.
By the way, forgot to get. I think I was supposed to get like 2 different shirts.
Yeah, where's the shirts we got, Marcel?
I got it for you. I forgot to give it to Ross.
Yeah.
But I had it sitting on my chair and I forgot to give it to him.
Hey, I thought about.
I sent Mikey the link, so hopefully he hops in.
Joey, we could definitely do that that event that you want between our 2 leagues.
I would love to see a challenge between regions and different styles because we talk about adjusting the styles for first times. It could be happen. You can win for the first time. Empire, Atlantic City B Championship. When it gets a ride-out team with 15 years, no, not even 15, a combined total of hundreds, if not close to 1,000 years of 9-man experience, and they beat them in the beat chip in their first 9-man tournament. It could be done. It's all about execution, how you play.
What league?
XFFL, the Extreme Flag Football League, represented up there in the orange.
Just wanted to make sure I double check because what I'm saying they like to act like they don't know sometimes. I know we're just the new guys on the block. It's only been a couple years, like 2 years. You know what I mean? 2.5 years. But we play flag football too. We started out.
Baez has been around for like 3 years in 9-man, and they still want to beat Chip. Empire did it in 1.
Proud of my Empire guys, man. Proud of them. They did it all on themselves. I had nothing. Like I said, I'm just bullshitting. I had nothing to do with that. Those guys literally put together their Empire team, built it, handled business out there. Couldn't be more proud. Just gave a little too confused on the coaching. That's all I do that for any team.
I believe they're playing A in Albany this weekend too.
Yes, we are.
I want to see an Empire Baez matchup next. That needs to be a thing on the circuit. I'd love to see that happen very soon.
Yo, I was very upset when I lost to Baez playing with Riot Squad.
In Ocean City.
It was personal thing.
That's the thing about Baez. They'll come out and surprise you on that day too. A lot of teams still sleep on them sometimes. And Riot Squad, y'all's defense on day one, y'all went against 2 great quarterbacks from around here, and Matt Eisenberg and Tommy Lightfoot. You shut them down. You held them to barely anything. And then day 2, I think Baez surprised everybody. Ray Wagner's a quarterback to watch out for at Baez Auto. His debut last year, Clash of York, people remember he put up 31 on the Scorpions playing for Gusto Land. And now he's a quarterback for Baez Auto. And I've seen what he's done, not just playing in the 8-man style in York, but also playing 9-man. Baez looking really good. And Baez 9-man, 5-man, 8-man, flag football franchises. Can we add Baez Auto to that potential?
Hey, we'll see what happens.
I think it can be done.
It's just the stocks going up. So, hey, we always look. Baez mentality is always looking forward to the best competition and playing the best competition. So, I look forward to every tournament that we enter and see what we can do. So,
Demetri, will you have a team in Charm City, 9-man?
Charm City, no, not in Charm City. I don't think anybody's going. No.
Okay.
I'll be there, but I don't think I'll have.
Riot Squad going in?
Yeah, but we'll be in A.
I like the Baez move to A. I really do. I think that's a really good move for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna try it out, see what happens.
Hey,
get some linemen, you should be fine. That's the only difference. Make sure your linemen are good.
Yeah, linemen and execution. That's the biggest thing. Like I think a lot of
don't go out there and play.
That's chemistry between quarterback and skill position players. That helped Empire out a lot when it came to that tournament in Atlantic City. Was being able to have that chemistry coming in and guys knowing each other well enough. We saw it down here with Adrenaline Rush in their first 9-man tournament. Chris Boone's very first one in Hagerstown. He beat 7-point spread in the championship the year they had won 9-man A in the national championship. Remember the comeback down 13-0 to rally back, 26 unanswered to win it. Empire gets Rideout, the only team to score on Rideout that weekend. The only team. Just got done editing that game. We're going to have that out for you Thursday morning. Those of you subscribe to the TBT channel already there. Empire Rideout, beat you from Atlantic City, courtesy of Mean Mark Brown of XFFL Productions. We'll have it Thursday morning. It's going to be lit and legit. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Empire this weekend. I'm loving the state of Pennsylvania flag football right now, and especially over towards that New Jersey region. We're seeing a lot more 9-man teams popping up. We're seeing a lot more great flag football popping up. Guys are coming together, playing together. We are putting together the best generation, perhaps, of flag football across the board from the guys who were there 40 years ago and still are involved some way or another. We saw what happened last week, just when John McGraw coming out there nearing 60 years old, playing quarterback, putting up 3 touchdowns, almost took out the Black Ops in that playoff on rec on day 2. Like, that's just where it is right now. We are seeing a great gathering of all sorts of talent that is playing against each other for the most part for the first time. Flag football always has been somewhat of a regional thing for different leagues.
Yeah.
Guys usually stay within their hometowns, and now we're seeing guys come into York. We're seeing York guys traveling all over. We are seeing XFFL coming onto the scene in 9-man, even greater. They have their own style in 7-man. There is a huge presence in the sport of flag football right now of greatness. And it is awesome to be a part of what is perhaps going to be the beginning of something even greater down the road. I'm proud to see all.
I just wanted to say that, Joey. Yeah, down the road, don't be surprised if you don't see Demetri and I link up for a 2022 event. You know, it could be something as simple as an old school statewide event. You know, I'm from the flag days of the 90s and early 2000s. You know, where they had the state tournaments.
Maryland States was a huge deal down here back in the 90s.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah.
Pennsylvania States now.
Pennsylvania State.
Yeah, listen. Let me
I want to see an Olympics-esque flag football event where it's just random whatever styles and represented by leagues or areas or states. I love to see that. Bring on a St. Louis team to play in a 5-man, a 7-man, 8-man, 9-man, no matter what style or version it is. I would love to see some kind of event like that, like some sort of
Joey,
esque event.
You're a fortune teller, brother. You know what I mean? Like, great minds think alike. You know what I mean? But it takes time. It takes a little bit of, like I said, stronger together. Not everybody wants to be part of the big party, as to say. We call it a conglomerate, man. And to touch on what you're saying about Pennsylvania and the growth of what's going on, I'm the first to say it because sometimes people don't get their flowers, so sometimes you gotta tell people, let them and remind them. Pennsylvania is the best thing smoking in flag football right now. If you don't understand it, you're not paying attention. Best 5-man contact team out of Pennsylvania. Literally the best. Like, I'm not even going to say Pennsylvania, like that North Pennsylvania, New Jersey, like the Northeast, where we're doing it way bigger and better for flag football in general on all facets than most in flag football right now. Now you have your big conglomerates, you have your FFWCTs, you have these big names, AFFL and Team USA, yada yada yada. But those Team USA guys play in our leagues in Pennsylvania, in New Jersey. You know what I mean? Some of the best videographers, some of the best picture takers, some of the best production companies, all right here in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. They all come from right here. You guys want custom flags and all that cool stuff that we do? Yeah, that comes from right in Pennsylvania area. You want uniforms? Yeah, that comes from right here too. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's not just on the field play, it's everything. And that's what's cool about everything that we are doing in all of our areas and all of our resources. And the moment when we all realize that all of our resources that we have can be used better together to push everyone forward so that we can build the actual sport of flag football. Because if you're not understanding that this flag football thing is only going to be bigger and bigger and bigger, and if you don't want to be part of that growth and you don't want to be just here to play football, that's cool too. But I don't like to waste time. And if I'm investing time, energy, and money, I prefer to be at the cutting edge of it as much as I can be, as much as I can. That's why we do the videos. That's why we always have the highlights. That's why we do what we've always done and try to insulate ourselves so that we don't have to go outside to Texas or to Florida or all these other places where, like where we started in XFFL Florida. It will be up and running shortly. So like we're going into other places where there's other situations that are going on and giving them a different purview, a different flavor than what they're accustomed to. Because like I said, no one's doing it like we do it. Our area where people are accustomed to seeing a certain quality amount of live games. Like shout out to Joey, shout out to Ross. These guys are a standard. You don't have one of these guys or one of these guys aren't there, you're kind of not really doing the right thing. If you don't have guys taking pictures for you, well, you weren't there. You know what I mean? You just weren't there. And you have to service this new generation of flag football player if you're going to be part of this whole thing. So without saying a whole bunch of, more political crap, you just got to do better. And I think that, because I want to say a lot more things like y'all, like y'all just be biting all of our style. Y'all just do the stuff that we've been replaying. But I'm not going to say all that. What I'm going to say is we see what's going on out there all across the United States. We understand it. It's cool. We're just going to reinvent the wheel again on y'all, and it's cool because PA is really running things right now. Like you can't deny it. Like yes, AFFL style right now, you guys got it. It's a brand new style, you got it. But I'm not trying to. I'll put up any group of guys, any team, any group of guys from PA against any team across the United States, and I'm putting my money up, and I'm good. I'm okay with that.
I like it, man. I like it.
Y'all just gotta figure out how to drive, man.
Listen, first of all, before I listen, I'm from New Jersey, so let's just. Well, actually, I was born in Brooklyn, but I'm not one of those guys who claim something that I was only there till I was 8. But I'm from Jersey, and they make movies about how we drive. We gonna take it and we gonna drive it like we stole it.
Jersey aggressive. I like Jersey.
Yeah, super aggressive.
Jersey was a chill drive. AC was the most chill drive I've had all year.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up, New Jersey Drive.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Get out of left lane. Please.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, but that's because Pennsylvania only has 2 lanes most of the time for some stupid ass reason. I don't know why. They don't know how to make 4-lane highways.
Yeah. What's with that? Route 30 needs to be expanded.
It does, yeah.
So, trust me, I've said it for years. Like, could we get a couple more lanes out here? But they still gotta live in like the Amish country. So
get this shit. Can I say something real quick?
Oh gosh.
One of my experiences on Sunday on the way home on 30, there was somebody literally stopped in the middle of the road because it started raining, and they were in a pickup truck, and I guess they came from some type of gift thing.
listen, I don't claim the PA drivers and all that. I'm sorry, I'm running through my house for a moment. I don't claim the PA drivers like that. What I do claim is the PA flag football players. I'll take them.
I'm gonna claim.
And by the way, we got a whole mess of more coming too. Just so you know, you just saw just the tip of the iceberg. Honestly, just to be honest, all of our guys just started realizing about this travel thing. We've been playing flag football in the Stroudsburg area, Pocono area, Allentown area for like strong 10, 15 years, if not longer in the Allentown area. And we just didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Like that, when you talk about it, like I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about how in the state of Nebraska, for instance, there's no flag football, period.
Sorry, guys.
I'll tell you what, Allentown five man in Allentown used to be crazy. They had, I don't know, over 100 some teams, 5-man.
I can believe that. Allentown was pretty boomy with that. I heard it was a huge market back in the day.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're transitioning to 7-man.
No. Here's the thing. Shout out to 5-man in Allentown because without them, the XFFL couldn't be what they are too. There is a 5-man league in Allentown, the UFFL, ran by Jeremy Makos. Great one. He's keeping flag football alive in our area, in the Allentown area. He picked up the mantle and is running with it. He's doing his thing out there. He did start 8-man out there, and he had a very successful first year of 8-man. They brought it back. I started with the Baez. They brought it back this year, and they had a very successful first year of 8-man this year. Wow. Literally this year, this past spring, and they had a very successful first year. But you can get a flag football game going out here faster than you can get a basketball game. So it's just different out here right now. Like everyone plays flag. All the kids who play football play flag now. The little kids who play in Pop Warner, they come and watch them. They can come watch us on Sundays. Like it's a cool thing for them to come watch like an actual league play, and they have like teams that they root for. Like there's literally kids who come and root for their team every weekend. That's what it's all about. It's one of the reasons why I actually keep doing
this. Offer 7U.
You want to see like a 7U kind of like flag thing, or like
7, 8U, something like that.
Yeah, because down here, like flag football for kids kind of stops at what, 7 years old?
Well,
roughly.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that we also have the best 6U, 7U, 8U teams with We Different as well, coming from Pennsylvania. They've won every championship across the United States as well. So yeah, that's also out of PA, out of little old Allentown area. That's it. Like you can't deny the facts. This is what you can say it's not true, but I think if you look at it, it's pretty true. The kids, even the next generation of kids, are going to be dominant. Those kids are like 6 years old and are ridiculous. Shout out to Jay Millie, taking care of those kids out there, making sure they play, and they play like us. They play like grown men. They play like literally little ass grown men.
They
because
do.
they watched their father play.
Yeah, we were at the kids tournament, the 9-man Timothy Rich Youth Foundation tournament for OMFFL back in May. And let me tell you, those kids were really into it, and they were really well coached and had a lot of skills that a lot of some fathers had to lack at. A lot of fundamentals down, and it was an awesome sight to see them just playing their game, talking their smack the way the other flag football players do. Like,
that's what I was
it's cool because like this is how it is.
Sideline that was calling people babies.
We're calling
that had to be that.
Baez sideline was like, he's a baby, and I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, that had to be Hannibal's kid.
I think so. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Kid. Their fathers.
That was me as a
their
kid.
fathers, Jay Millie and Zach. They're Valley goats. They've been playing. What do you expect? Like, they've been watching their father, and like, people can say what they want to say about the goats. So they're literally best friends. Like, they didn't just make a team. They've been friends all their lives for most of them. Like, a lot of them.
Those are the best teams, man. I tell people that all the time. Those are the best teams. That's how Baez. That's how Baez was. That's how my teams were. Sounds like that's the goats.
Yeah, Baez. We were friends from high school. That's all it was. It's all a whole bunch of friends from high school for Baez, and now look at it. Still closer than ever.
That's how the Fin started. The Fin started.
That's just like you. That's what you said, Demetri. That's like you had all those guys that you hang out with played together this weekend.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of it is we just kind of built that relationship through flag football. Some of those guys I would have never met if it wasn't through flag football. And now, if they need something, they know who to call. If I need something, I know who to call. It's I know it's corny, but I really, and a lot of my guys like to harp on me about it because sometimes not everybody's about it. But I really believe it's about, if you stay to the core of it, just being a football family. It's amazing what you can get out of this thing. It's amazing. It's hundreds and hundreds of people to network with, and everyone does something different. You have a nurse, you have a roofer, you have a doctor, you have a principal. Like, if you treat everyone with kindness, love, and respect, and just treat it like a football family, like most of the people have played a team sport coming into this. It doesn't have to be football, but a team sport. Just treat it like a team, and you'll get a lot more out of the sport than you think.
It's hilarious with running that and obtaining that site that we have there that you guys all seen. It's a rundown, abandoned high school athletic facility. Really,
it's my favorite facility right now in the state. I love that facility so much. Like,
good, Joey. Just donate a couple $1 million. We'll get some turf in there. But honestly, like what Demetri was saying is, as I'm now in charge of maintenance and taking care of that facility, I lean heavily on our league players and what they're good at. A metal fabricator and a lawnmower guy, a tow truck guy, dumpster, someone that works for the dumpster industry, someone that works for the porta pot industry. All these people are in our league, and it's just been a blessing.
Yeah, it helps when you have a community that's invested like that, because they bring their resources to the table, and it makes everybody stronger and better together.
Like I said, stronger together, man. All the time, man. All the time. It's easy that way. Your shoulders will only be that big. You can only carry but so much. You can have a dream, but you can't live that dream without a strong team around you at all times. You know what I mean? So I'm sure, like I said, with John, build that team, man, because I couldn't do half, a quarter of what we have accomplished if I didn't have these guys and girls around me that support everything that we do. So, it takes a village, and the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be.
Absolutely. Yes,
But
sir. We're looking at.
but the last, one last thing,
Go ahead.
hold on. Let me get one last thing real quick. One last thing real quick. There's only one big baby. Okay, go ahead.
Oh man, I love it.
He did have a nice dip. I think it was in like the second game.
Yeah, against the FFA. FAA.
Yeah,
FAA.
Yeah.
Dipped on 3 dudes in between them, and we was calling it zippy time.
Yep.
It was 3 guys. Yeah. He made 3 guys miss. You guys had a close victory though in the game before the chip. I think it was 14-7.
Yeah, Misfits.
Yeah, they said that guy was bobbling the ball when they gave him the touchdown. I know Ross had the close video of that. But hey, at the end of the day, you guys got the victory and you went on to the chip.
That Misfits team was tough though when you look at it. Smiley, who's had a resume, Jared Cohen, who is emerging as a receiving threat. That's a scary idea.
Who's the extra tall dude with the glasses and the hat?
Extra tall dude with glasses and the hat. Who had a hat and offhand glasses?
They had 2. That
Yeah,
Kramer guy and the other guy.
The only one that was tall that they were trying to throw the deep ball to every game, and then they played us, and then shot them down.
Okay, yeah, I might not catch.
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure who he was. I think he was the guy with the ponytail, Kramer.
He didn't have a ponytail.
Chris Kramer.
The dude who had the ponytail was playing safety and receiver. He was
right. He was his buddy, I think. They were talking a lot on sideline. So.
Does he know Jared? Does he know Jared? Demetri, do you know Jared?
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't Jared then, because Jared was catching a lot of deep balls too.
Yeah, no,
but that other guy.
It was. I know who he's talking about. I don't remember the guy's name.
Dudes want to hand fight and do all the extras, and then when they, hand fight back, and you're not strong enough, then that's on you. You know what I mean? So,
but I will say,
okay, okay,
that's true.
Joey, I gotta be honest. Demetri's team was strong. I mean, they weren't the like he said they weren't in the middle weight category. They were all.
They're big boys, man.
They were big boys. Yeah, they had no other choice. They had no other choice but to get their hands on the receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, number 8. I think it was 87 from Baez with the headband. I'm not sure of his name. I apologize for not remembering his name because he was absolutely balling so much that we were like, listen, we was gonna shut him down real quick, and we're gonna make Marcial run them slants and see if we can get a million of them slants. It's not like we didn't say what we were doing on the field. Like, he's running the slant. I'm gonna do this. Jam him out. Do this. One rusher. The rusher that you guys had, he was balling too. So
yeah, I would have liked to see the quarterback for Baez bring that Tony West receiver number 87 in motion, or put him in a tight trips kind of situation to get him to not be jammed up. Obviously because they were limited to going to him more so because they lost that guy with an Achilles injury.
Got it. Yeah, that would have been smart. Maybe get him into different matchups and all that. I mean, our defensive guys are smart to figure that out. But it would have been a better situation, maybe. But we'll see next time.
Yeah. Look, guys, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm going to sleep. It's almost 11 for me. I'm just truly thankful for you guys to come help get this thing off the ground. And sounds like other people want to do it. Mark wants to do it. Let's do it, man. Get it done up there. And I'm excited to see what you guys can pull off. It's not an easy event, to get numbers out for. We struggled a little bit, but at the end of the day, we'll take what we have with 8 teams and keep it moving.
Hey, I think the exposure alone helped out. Just playing this tournament this weekend, I think opened up a lot of people's eyes, saying like, whoa, like that would look like it was fun as hell. Hopefully they do it again. So maybe more teams will end up jumping in, and hopefully we up that roster it up a little bit, because that's fucking tiring. It's
I will 100% agree with that. I could have used about 1 or 2 more, couple of means. I could have used a tweener or 2. Now that I know, I'm gonna give me a little 240. 6'4" corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just sit back there and take care of my fat guys, please, because we tired.
Yep.
Please. But no, he's right. Just the exposure, he's 100% right. Just the exposure alone of the guys who came and there's so much fun it was and all the pictures and stuff. And I mean, we've been blowing it up. We've been doing nothing but blowing it up because we've had, like I said, I wouldn't lie to you. I tell you, we had a blast. We had a 100% fun. And it's something that we're definitely going to try and do on our side. We want you guys to be involved. We want your teams to come down. We want to make it as big as possible. We're going to keep the rules, keep the field. I'm going to reach out to you, tell me exactly how we're going to get it done, and we'll get it done. You know what I mean? So, like, it's really a fun way of playing football.
Oh, for
These are
sure.
things
I
that-
had a base that I could build off of. I mean, we have 30 teams. We got 700 players. I thought I'd have a base, but we only had 3 teams come out. You guys were, these out of town teams were actually the base for this tournament.
There's
5
been
to
a
3.
big demand for big man for a while now. I think the hardest thing is trying to find the right event to put it with, because I know 9-man tried to bundle it at one point with it, which is hard on the lineman already playing in a 9-man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Wear and tear on it.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not playing a damn thing after that.
Yeah.
No.
We had the big man last year, but that was just done as a way to get guys back out after COVID first hit and trying to find a way to get us all back together. And I'm really glad to see a large scale event finally get off the ground and work out. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, because I do think that's a style of its own that can grow. Big men can learn a lot from it on terms of playing the game. Yep. They can learn catching skills. They can learn unique skills. Let me tell you, size and position does not dictate where you play at in the game of flag football. You play the game no matter what your size is or what your skill set is. You learn and grow. It'll make you a better flag football player.
0
I agree, man. I agree.
9-man game. I'm just saying.
Ross had, you shut down Zach Ruby that time.
Even the 5-man game, I'm pretty sure I only allowed 3 or 4 catches. I'm gonna shut down.
Here, I'm willing to put it down right now, and I'm a confident guy. You know what I mean? So I think we could double that if we did something. Put it together, find a neutral ground, maybe an hour and a half in between. I'm a genius at finding fields, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. But I think that if we put our heads together, and with the guys because I've already spoken to guys in our league and like, yo, dude, I want to play. Like, trust me, I got some big dudes over here that are prima donnas that want to catch some passes. Trust me, they just didn't know. Like, they don't. Our guys play for the fun of it still. A lot of our area guys just want to come out on Sunday. We have food for sale every Sunday. We're hanging out. We're chilling. A lot of our guys have families and stuff, so they're not able to travel like that. But they're starting to get this taste of it, and they're seeing it, and they're seeing like, wow. So I can go do this, and then get away for a weekend, and yeah. So and now with our league play, I incorporated a 9-man bid, so teams are coming out. Everything's gonna get a little bit bigger, guys. Let's do it big. For lack of a better word, let's do it big, man. I think we can get 16, 14 teams easy.
I love to
open up the roster limit. Let that, and there's ways to fix that, John. I'm telling you, trust me. Let's talk. It's mutually beneficial for everybody. Let them guys do what they want. And it is what it is. When you make it a competition and let the guys know, hey, this is here for competition, then they're gonna come out. Kind of like what we like. It wasn't like for us. It was like, okay, you having a big man comp. And it was just Mikey is the king of the big man, and that's how he feels. You know what I mean? And that's just the way he feels about it. So that's just like he said. If you're gonna have a big man tournament, I gotta pop out. I gotta be there, and that's gotta be me. So I really feel with that what everyone just did as a group between all the teams that came out from all around. We put a little stamp on this little style of football. I think we can take it to another level as long as we are, like I said, stronger together and just keep it moving. It's easy. We just put the work in.
I do think that you could see this on a national level, this format, for sure. I don't know about necessarily pairing it up on another event, but a standalone. Yeah, a standalone event.
Yeah, it's hard to make it a standalone unless you bundle with like a non-contact-esque style where you'd see more skill guys playing that instead. Like something where AFFL ran their 7-man over the weekend. Like, let's just say you guys ran that bundle together. That would work out in the sense of you'd be bringing in 2 different ways of playing to each.
Oh yeah, because there's no big man playing AFFL, so yeah, that kind of works. Or do it like a co-ed and big man, because co-ed you're not really using too many big men, or one or two, maybe a lineman. You know what I mean? So you can do that with that, or kids with big men. If you could do that, I stay away from kids personally. So, but there are formats that they can run with pretty easily. But I like standalone. I like just simple big men, food trucks. You know what I mean? Do it up big for the big guys. Make sure we have all the fixings, and then there's 9 main guys that I know for a fact that would come out here and have a blast, guaranteed. If it's a thing that's set up and it's like going to be like a thing, 100%. You just want
to travel anywhere.
All right, look, guys. Joey, I'm out. You guys can wrap it up. I'm calling it a night, fellas.
All right. Thank you, John. Glad you to join us. Glad to see all these commissioners and directors gathered together tonight.
Appreciate you guys. See you, Demetri. See you, Joey. See you,
be
Marcial.
safe, brother.
Yep, I'll see you.
John Urey joining us here on Blunt Talk, head of the YAFFL. Still got Demetri Thompson and Marcial Baez on right now. Gentlemen, any final impressions tonight? I can't really comment on much. I wasn't really there to say any much, but I will give one shout out to somebody who played and was broadcasted live by both Ross and I this weekend. He was down at Sunshine Bowl playing for the Franklin County Tigers on Saturday in their game against the Soldier Force down there. Unfortunately, they fell short 15-7. And on Sunday, he was there at YAFFL Just Win Bigs on the Outlaws from Allentown, Pennsylvania, Andre Joppy. Yep, Joppy played both events this weekend. Played a full semi-pro game at linebacker for the Tigers on Saturday in the Sunshine Bowl, and then rolled down Sunday morning, went up to York, PA, and played for the Outlaws over in the YFFL Just Win Bigs tournament. You know what? We talk about getting into work. Yeah. That's getting into work. Yeah. That's traveling all the way down to DC for an event and then right up to York for another one, playing 2 radically different games.
In case for anybody listening that doesn't know who Joppy is the Outlaws linebacker that played Sunday that he was the loudest mouth on that team.
Yes, Joppy's very vocal. He will let you know how he feels, and he backs it up with the way he plays. Like he plays it on the field, semi-pro with flag. Yeah.
Yo, I have a question though, real quick. How did the Outlaws do?
Outlaws had a rough weekend. However, I will give them credit.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to show shots. I was asking a question. I wasn't sure. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I was just really asking a question. Shout out to my man from Allentown, though. He picked the wrong squad, though.
I didn't hear you on that, Demetri. What was that? Ross started talking. No,
I'm sorry. No, I said shout out to my man from Allentown, Pennsylvania, though. But I mean, you picked the wrong. You should have went with the home squad, I guess.
Well, he wanted to ride him his guys he plays with. You know, that's what some guys do, just like your guys over in XFFL.
They did better than I expected.
I'm just talking shit.
No, but I was got to give praise for praise is due no matter what the performance was. I know Joppy may have gone 0-4 this weekend, but the fact that he went out there and did the work.
Damn, 0-4, damn.
Tigers lost to Soldier Force 15-7. Soldier Force came up from Alabama and got the dub.
Damn.
Yeah, we had teams from Texas, Alabama. It was a pretty big event down there this weekend. We'll have more on that tomorrow night. Meet me at the 50 with Coach Crow and I.
going to be an awesome time. But, I got to give a shout out to the guys who put in the effort like that on the weekends to play multiple styles of football. Last week we called it For the Love of Football Week, where we talked about the different styles, whether it be playing tackle or flag, whether you're a co-ed player or a men's player or a women's player, whether you're 5-man, 4-man, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We all play with virtually the same exact ball. And we all started playing it at a young age or even at a later age. Some of us picked it up later in life. Some guys didn't even play high school ball, but made it on the flag circuit. We all have different backgrounds. We all love the sport of football. And I'm proud of anybody who goes out there and is willing to play semi-pro, flag, or any sort of style, contact, non-contact, 5s, 7s, 9s. Respect to the athletes who put in that sort of work and make that travel happen. Those are the real ones. No matter what results, you get tough breaks sometimes. Outlaws are ever matched, man. Those guys were out there to have fun this weekend. They were out there to enjoy themselves. They wanted the tournament for a while. They had been talking about it. That we were trying to get one in the 4th state, but didn't quite work out. Finally glad to see those guys get out there and get some work and experience. That's only going to make them better. And I look forward to seeing how they keep trying to grow themselves as flag football players. Give them time. That's just how I feel about it when it comes to that. And I'm really proud of a lot of the guys that went out there this weekend because I feel like the more guys get out and travel and know each other and learn different styles. Devon Davis, yeah, Warriors, yeah,
with
good
a
catch.
one-hand, I saw
Shout out to your guy, yeah.
out there.
But that's just the way
Yeah,
it is. Like, I got to give credit to all the guys out there who went out and played this weekend because for a lot of them, I get the feeling they didn't play that before. A lot of guys come into 5-man for the first time, playing a style where they got to run a lot, catch a lot more than they might be accustomed to. We know that that's just what it is. I felt bad for that Big Show team, 5 guys, but you got to give them credit, dude. They came out and tried. Like,
I think
gotta
they
give them
started with 7 or 8.
7 or 8, and then I guess
they were down to 6 on their last game.
Yeesh.
You drop a lot of big guys fast when they got to run a lot. I mean, a whole bunch of quads and hammies and shit. Like, they don't run.
It sounds good on paper, but when you go out there and start running, especially when I got there and saw the field was a little bit bigger, I was like, oh, man.
That was one
And
thing.
it was hot.
How the
And it
Lord
was super hot. So, fat guys and we ain't. As soon as it started getting real hot, I saw everybody. Everybody was just slowing down.
What would you guys say to doing this as like a winter event, like on like some kind of 40-degree or 50-degree day for big men?
Please.
I think that would be a lot more conducive to the fatness inside of it.
Yeah. I mean, after 2 games, you're good to go, and then once you hit that 3 to 4 game, you're like, damn, all right, I don't know. It just catches up to you with that heat just bearing down on you. Yeah. It just sucked, man. That
That's
sucked.
the same reason I don't play now. I don't play all these extra. I can't do it. And then the sitting in between and the heat, it just becomes too much. It just becomes too much. But like I said before, I hop off here too because the wife is going to kill me. Great event, awesome event. Shout out to my man Marcial. Always love, all jokes aside, yo. Great things going on with Baez out there. I love and respect anybody who puts their time and energy behind something that they truly believe in and try to do something great. So my hat's off to you and continue to do what you're doing with your brand and your teams and everything that you're doing. So like I said, congratulations, hats off, great team. Shout out to YAFL, FFL, sorry, for having us out. Johnny doing great things over there. Another organization doing great stuff. Joey, you already know how I feel about you. You already know what it is. You're always part of the family, This is going to be awesome. We're going to keep doing this thing. We're going to do this again. I know that the XFFL will definitely be having a big man tournament. And everyone's invited. Anybody come through, we're going to do it big. We're going to do it big. So thank you guys. We appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you guys doing what you guys do for flag football because it matters. People might not give you the flowers that you're supposed to get, but it matters because a lot of people wouldn't see what they see and be able to be part of this whole thing if it wasn't for you guys dedicating your time and energy. And people need to understand that and respect that a little bit more. So I'll say it. If people don't want to hear it, I'll say it. So I appreciate you guys for having me on. We're going to win the next one, and we're going to win the next one, and we're going to win the next one, and the next one, because that's what we do. That's what we do. You don't gotta like him, but that's what we do. Y'all be safe, man. I'm just fucking around. Y'all be good. All right.
All right, man. You have a good night, brother.
Peace.
See you, Prez.
Yeah,
Later,
well,
buddy.
like you said, I mean, I'm appreciative, for the opportunity to go out there on Sunday and be able to ball out finally, kind of show my skills as a big man. But, and I appreciate XFFL for coming down and, giving us some competition. It was great atmosphere. I love playing them, and we're 1-1 against them. So I look forward to the rematch, and hopefully we can get another big man tournament over there. And hopefully, we kind of beat them on their turf. So like they did to us.
I'm telling you what I want to see. Like I said earlier, I want to see the Battle of Pennsylvania, XFFL versus the YAFFL, and a best of in the York 8-man 1 game, 1 XFFL 7 game, 1 9-man game, 1 5-man contact game for skill guys, and maybe even a big man game to throw in there. Make it a gauntlet. And if each side can find a girls team to throw in there or a co-ed team, make it so. I like to see something like that, a Battle of Pennsylvania. And hell, you know what? We here in the 4th state, we always want to smoke.
Hey. I always look forward to it, man. Always look forward to it. Hopefully we can do something down the road and do something like that. So,
I like to see league wars break out in some kind of way, because a lot of us, I know some of us are spread across different leagues at this point. Guys play in multiple places, but let's be real here. Your home is York.
Yeah.
You're a York guy. You may have played in county for Misfits last season for a bit, but you're a York guy.
Yeah.
You're not a Washington County guy. Ross, you're a Washington County guy. You might have played at Keystone last season, but you're a Washington County guy. Keystone. We might cover OMFFL, but we were Washington County born and raised.
Keystone is the reason I didn't play this Sunday.
Yeah, Keystone ruined your career. Thanks, Green Machine.
Ruined is a strong word.
Man, we ended 2 careers in that game.
I'm already fixing my comeback.
I'm not. I don't see it happening. I wish.
All right, but Joey, I'm out tonight. I'll make sure I have that shirt for you. Are you gonna be at Charm City next? Not this weekend, but next weekend.
It's going to be August 7th and 8th. We're going to begin our coverage of Charm City on Sunday night, actually, as part of a week-long. We got a lot more content coming up. I haven't really talked, but if anybody hasn't noticed, we've been doing shows like almost every night, and it's going to keep going. Tomorrow night, 7:30, meet me at the 50 with Coach Crow, and that's going to be on YouTube. Then right afterwards, we are going to do our August preview show. We're going to talk about the things to come for the month of August. And that's going to begin with Lydia's Legacy, Thursday night, 9 p.m. We're going to talk about that tournament coming up in this weekend. The 9-man tournament up in Albany, kind of the equivalent to their Clash of York almost, which I'd like to see another 9-man tournament in York. I had a great time the last 2 years coming up there. And I do believe York has that potential to grow as a flag football market, looking at what you guys have done with Baez Auto. Look at how Gusto Land has come out and played a lot of teams tough too over the years. Remember, they've had to play 2 tough teams at Rampage and Baez in tournaments. They beat Rideout in their debut, and that just shows you it's all about execution and what you can do at the very least up front. If you can execute on all cylinders, you can win in this sport. You can grow in it no matter what style it is. 9s can play 7s, 5s can play 6s. If you can figure it out and get your offense down and make your right players work out, you're going to be great at this game. And let me tell you, flag football is at its peak right. It's not even at its peak. It's getting higher and higher. It's breaking through. And you see it. 7-man AFFL over the weekend. York's 5-man tournament. Semi-pro football as well thrown in. Guys playing both different styles. I saw a lot of flag guys down there at Sunshine Bowl. Hey, give a shout out to our guys over at Team Petty and FOE, coaches James Battle and Keith Ray. They got a win down there with the Woodland Tigers over the weekend. We saw a couple of our guys on Franklin County play. I'm glad to see everybody going out there getting the smoke, and it's only going to get better and better. Charm City Classics coming up we're going to have you on very soon, Marcel, to talk about what's coming up then, because I believe Baez Auto is going to be stepping up to the plate. They're going
Yep, we're moving up. So
this is the biggest stage I believe Baez has been on, and we talked about it last year. Baez played Aftermath in Clash of York. They fell just short in, well, one of those games. And we won't talk about the pool play game.
yeah, we'll keep that one quiet.
We'll keep that one quiet. But Baez has shown that at the very least, they can hang with those lower A teams, like the Scorpions, like a Rampage, who is on that A level, no matter where division they're playing. I personally look forward to seeing how Baez Auto does in Charm City Classic. And we talk about it, flag football franchises. I think Baez needs to step up to that plate too. I like to see Baez keep going. You all have shown you can play York 8s. You can play 5-man bigs. If you can play 5-man bigs, I'm pretty sure you can figure out 5-man contact. And if you can get down York 8s, kind of wonder where they can go with other styles. I think Baez always can take that next step, but that's just my recommendation. Just what I'm saying. I know you're just a player, Marcel. You're not actually the owner of Baez Auto, contrary to your last name, that it's confusing indication sometimes.
Yep, it's my uncle. My uncle's the owner of the team.
Okay, I was wondering if there was any actual relation there for the longest time. I was not 100% certain.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Okay, now I've been wondering that since like I was just the beginning. Well, I was thinking like, what are the odds of two separate Baez families in this? Just so you know, it's his uncle who's the owner, not Marcel.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's me from first glance because of my last name, but realistically, it's my uncle that is the owner of the team. But
he's done hella work with this franchise.
Yeah, he does. Shout out to my uncle, man. You know, and Brandon Real for bringing up everybody from the squad. Like I said, it's a great group of guys. We're all friends that we played football with each other back in high school. And then now look at where it's at now. Baez is pretty much on the map playing flag football, and everyone knows who Baez is. So,
yeah. And that's something that I think the whole community can be proud of. And like I said, I want to see a Baez Empire game next. We need to make that happen. I know Empire might be. I don't know if they're in Charm City. I know they're not in A in that tournament at least, but we need to make that game happen very soon. I think that would be a unique game.
Definitely, always looking for a challenge. So,
all right, Marcel. We'll see you again very, very soon. Actually, probably next weekend down at Charm City Classic.
See you guys down there.
Look forward to seeing you then.
I'll have your shirt for you too, buddy.
Awesome. Free Earl.
Yep, free Earl, baby. Free Earl.
Is Earl going to be at Charm City?
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Earl's going to get his hands dirty, so yeah, he'll be there.
I'm going to get my interview too, Earl. Get my interview. That's my exclusive.
I'm going to defend Earl, man. All he was trying to do was reenact the Mean Joe Green commercial from the 1970s of Urey as a kid. That's all he was trying to do, man.
From what I've heard, I get both sides.
Nah, next topic. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Too hard.
Later, Joey.
Punishment is too hard.
That's Ross's opinion. That's Marcel Baez. For Demetri Thompson and John Urey, I'm Joey Blaze. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. Meet me at the 50 with Coach Crow and our August preview show.